Good morning, members. This is Abhishaek as Chauhan, and as you all are aware that the syllabus has changed for RV exam, and one of the major portion of that syllabus is International Valuation Standards, which will be the part of your curriculum now officially. So earlier also we have covered in classes few of the International Valuation Standards as intangible assets also, few parts of financial instruments also, then valuation approaches also. But now in this series of videos, I'm going to share small videos of 10 to 15 minute video duration. And in the end, I'll combine all those videos and make 3, 4, 5 big 1.5 hour videos for you. So in whatever way it seems fine to you, you can use these videos for your revision purpose. While studying the international valuation standards now, first of all, we'll discuss the brief history of valuation standards in India, number one. Then we'll discuss the major changes and how or what should the way of reading them. We'll discuss in detail from the bare standards also, the provisions we will discuss from their standards. And then after that, for revision purpose, I will, as we always do in the classes also, I'll provide you shortcut revision modules or shortcut pages for the purpose of revision that will help you to revise all the points in a bulleted form in the end, right? So just be with me and we'll cover each and everything systematically here, right? So I'm going to discuss properly all the valuation standards and what and how these evolved over the period of time. So before starting, let's first discuss the brief history, how the international valuation standards over the years have emerged and what we are going to study in them. So first of all, in 1981, the TIAVSC was formed, the International Asset Valuation Standard Committee basically in 1981. But then after that, 85, first edition of International Valuation Standards were issued. After that, TIAVSC, that is the International Standard Committee, was converged or changed into the International Valuation Standard Committee. Right? And then between 2000 and 2003, the International Valuation Standard revised and restructured into general standards and asset standards, which we are going to study now. There will be 7 general standards and 8 international standards, sorry, asset standards will be there. So total 15 standards we are going to study. So though the base of that was introduced between 2000 to 2003. Then in 2008, again, the TIAVSC was changed into IVSC, International Valuation Standard Committee. In 2008, that IVSC, that is committee, converged to International Valuation Standard Council. And after that, the standards that we are going to study and over the period in 2011, 2013, 2017, 2020, 2022, and finally the 2025 standards all were issued and implemented all around the globe by International Valuation Standard Council. Now, in this particular discussion for the day, what I am going to do, I'll discuss with you that how we are going to study the valuation standards, number one. Then after that, the detailed study will be there. I'm going to take your time, but remember that if you study each and everything conceptually, it will help you in the exam also. It will help you after that to safeguard yourself from any sort of litigations, right? So basically, when it comes to a standard kind of thing, for exams like RV exam, these are MCQ based exams. And in MCQ based exams, even the word to word, sometimes few important words must be remembered, right? Because if you do not know those words, still it becomes very difficult to answer the multiple choice questions based on fill in the blanks kind of scenarios and all, right? So obviously we'll study in detail, but in the end, once we'll complete that in detailed understanding, then I will give you these kind of short handwritten kind of notes, which you can refer for further revisions, right? So that each thing will be at one place, and at the time of your exam you can remember all these points in one page or two pages or three pages, right? But while studying, we will discuss in detail. Now, without wasting any time, let's discuss what are the basic documents, what are the basic sources that we are going to use for international valuation standard study. So we have two types of notes or two types of documents for that. One is the standard document issued by IVSC, that is called International Valuation Standards 2025, whereas one is called IVS 2025 Red Line Edition. Both documents are available on the official website. So what is exactly the difference between the two that we must be aware of, right? So what is this red line edition and what is the normal standards? I'll show you on screen. Just be with me. So here, this is basically the red line edition I have opened for you. This is called International Valuation Standards, and this is called red line edition, right? Red line edition. What is this? This basically defines and gives you elaborative understanding of what was the concept, what was the point, what was the instructions, definitions, everything in the earlier laws, earlier standards, be it the 2011, 13, 2022, all these standards, what was the provisions in earlier standards, and with respect to that, what is added, what is deleted, what is modified, all these things are highlighted in this red line edition. For the practicing purpose, this red line edition is the key, because sometimes the valuation dates are on previous dates, you have to use the previous standards also. Sometimes what is exactly has changed, because let's suppose you have passed your examinations and now you are studying this or watching this video, then obviously red line edition is going to be the main document for us, right? But if just for you don't know anything about valuation standards and you just want to study, then this is a normal document. This does not have any information that what was previous information and what is now. It will simply give you the idea about what is the current status of the provisions and what is right now the standard says, right? So basically, first of all, before I start with the particular standard, let's discuss how many standards are there. On your screen, I'm using the red line edition now. So basically, it is having general standards and it is having asset standards. The general standards are total starting from 100 to 106, but the numbers are in serial order, and hence the valuation standards are total number of standards are 7. Whereas when the asset specific standard, what is the key conceptual difference between the two? The general standards will always be applied in all type of valuations, whereas the asset specific standards are going to be applied for specific set of situations for which that standard is made. For example, intangible 210, right? So if you are valuing intangible assets, all the general standards information is going to be used, but in addition to that general information, you have to use the asset specific standard, that is 210 points also, right? So with respect to asset standards, there are 8 standards, but their numbers are not in serial order. They are starting from 200, finishing on 500, but obviously they are not in serial order. So there's 200, 210, 20, 30, 300, 400, 410, and 500. These are the 8 standards. So total we are going to study 15 standard in this series of videos, right? So before but starting of these, if you read the red line edition, so each and everything, now if you are studying this, I'm just giving an idea, it is written in this also, whatever is written in a red line, this was the provision earlier, this was the point or information given earlier, now has been removed. If it is written in blue, if it is written in blue like this, let's have an idea like this, right? So this blue basically means that this provision, this point, this information was there, but it might be there in some other standard or at some other place. Now it has been changed, the place of that has been changed, right? Black is as it is. That was there, now it is there also, right? So black, blue and red, three colors are used, and red, basically simple red, is the new addition in this. But if red is strike through, that is being deleted with respect to the previous standards, right? So for example, the fair market value definition, fair value definition as per IFRS was part of the earlier standards glossary. Now that has been removed from there completely. That is no more part of the valuation standards definitions part, right? So now we are going to discuss quickly all these items first of all, and then we are going to, obviously we are going to use initially the uh, initially these standards and all, and then we are going to discuss, obviously for exam purpose the video will be different, for practical purpose I will make different videos, and in the what you can say, the name of the video I'll write down, it is for practice purpose, it is for exam purpose. For exam purpose, we are not going to go in that much depth, obviously, right? We are not going to discuss what was previous, what is now, what has been changed, right? But with respect to the practical purpose, those videos are going to be little bit detailed, right? So in those videos, everything will be there in proper in depth with respect to the comparison of earlier standards also. So if you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe to this channel. Now in the coming series of these videos, each and everything we are going to discuss in detail with respect to the valuation standards. If you want to take the proper benefit of the videos, you can read, you can download these valuation standards on your own from the IVS side, and then you can study it in advanced ones. If you listen the video afterwards, this will be done, right? So this is the end for today's video. This is a short video, basic brief about the standards, how we are going to study, what are the sources we are going to use, and please do subscribe and press bell icon so that you don't miss any video that is going to be there in this series. Thank you so much. Have a great day.